Okay, we've been studying about the life of Christ and various things that he did. Last week, do you remember Grandpa talking about Jesus feeding 5,000 people? Well, that's where we are in that story. Jesus fed those 5,000 people with just a small amount of food. He created food. I imagine he said, okay, disciples, come here. I'll give you food to give to the people. So here, you give this to people, and you give this to people. And he just kept taking off the same loaf, and it just wouldn't go away. That's how I picture it. And they gathered up, I don't remember at the moment how many baskets. It was 12 baskets of food. I know 12 for one and 7 for the other.
5 loaves and 7.
Yeah, and 5 loaves and 2 fish.
They started with.
Yeah, is what they started with, and they gathered up more leftovers than what they started with. Because Jesus did this twice. Once he fed 5,000 men, plus women and children. And another time he fed 4,000 men, plus women and children. And both times, they gathered up more leftovers than they started with. So, I want him in charge of my grocery shop. When he was done feeding the people, Jesus told the people, you go home now. They were out in the middle of nowhere. And so he fed them and sent them on home. And he told his disciples, you all get in a boat. There's a boat right here by the Sea of Galilee. You get in the boat and you go to the other side. I'm going to go pray. So they went out in the middle of the sea. He went and prayed. A windstorm came up. Now, you know what windstorms are like, right? Because we get a lot of windstorms here. And so I can imagine just how bad that wind was blowing, and the disciples were having trouble with the boat because the windstorm was so bad. And while they're in the middle of having trouble, they looked out and they see somebody walking towards them on the ocean. That's our high five guy. And at first they thought that it was a ghost because people don't walk on the water. But when it got closer, they realized it was Jesus walking on the water. Well, Peter, being the ever-enthusiastic person he was, he said, you know, if that really is you, Jesus, tell me to come out and join you. And Jesus said, well, come on out. So Peter got out of the boat, and he began to walk on the water. Nobody else asked to walk on the water. I think I'd have tried. That'd be fun. Walk on, I wonder if it'd be hard or if it'd be soft and bushy. What would it be like to walk on the water, you think? Well, Peter was walking on the water, and after, we don't know how long, probably just a few seconds, he began to see the waves. And the waves were pretty big. I mean, they were having trouble with their ship, and they were experienced sailors. They were having trouble with the ship, and yeah, they might have been pretty big waves. And he got scared, and when he did, he started to sink. Now, the Bible says he started to sink, and he evidently didn't just go whoosh like you're supposed to do when you try and stand on water. He evidently gradually began to sink, and so he got scared, and he yelled, Jesus, help me! So Jesus took him by the hand. Where'd your faith go? I mean, you had faith to step out here. Where'd your faith go? They both climbed back in the boat, and then the wind quit. It just stopped. We can take our biggest waves away. It just stopped. That's it, then we're done. This is our God that we worship, who can multiply food miraculously, to feed however many he wants to. He can walk on the water. He can calm the waves. And he's our God, and he loves us. Let's sing a song. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in everybody here. In his hands, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. This is one of those songs we could sing all day because so many verses.